You have found yourselves in the city of Neverwinter.
Oh. Excellent.
Where it is, often daytime. And at the moment, it's actually nearing dusk, nearing the end of the day.
Okay.
And you have gone to see your dwarf friend, Gundren Rockseeker.
Guess he likes to look after rocks.
Who did you say? What did you say?
What?
I don't know. Anyway.
Right.
So, Gundren is a dwarf who helped you out, bard guys whose name I don't know.
It's Canto.
Okay, Canto. So, Canto was helped out after he was mugged and kind of got back, on his feet with the help of Gundren. Whether they met immediately after the incident or in a tavern later that night, Gundren, bought him a drink and said, don't worry about it. Here, I have this flute you can use. The city's tough. Don't worry about it. You'll get it back.
He's a good guy. I like him.
Then Kallista, Gundren because a friend of yours, a former colleague, was working on a particular ingredient list and formula. And Gundren, being an importer and exporter and purveyor of fine goods, was his contact in Neverwinter. And apparently they had become friends over time, but illness took your friend or colleague before his work was done, and you have a letter from your colleague in your possession that details part of what they were doing and whatnot, and one of the notes on the letter leads you to Gundren, as he has some of the research and some of the items that he was holding for your colleague. And now you're going to kind of have the choice of, take it over or just figure out whatever, but in the back of your mind, that quest at least exists to solve the final formula of your colleague.
All right.
Now, on this particular day, you had a letter delivered to you, whatever lodgings you're staying in Neverwinter, and the letter was a note from Gundren telling you that he has work for you if you're interested in traveling a little ways south and inland to another small town. The note doesn't have much detail on it, but you know that Gundren's always been good about passing work here or there. Neither of you are fully employed in Neverwinter, having left whatever lives you had. Canto hasn't quite, broken out big. Occasionally he plays for, room and board and food.
Not big in Neverwinter. It's coming. No worries.
And Kallista, you pass some time with scribe work and minor alchemy work, but every once in a while, a simple loading job of helping organize goods or doing a little bit of ledger work, clearing out some basements of rats, that sort of thing comes up. And so you find yourself outside of Gundren's office. You're on the backside, the alley that leads into it. That's where his the shortest entrance to his office is. It's next to a big warehouse. The other side of the street is a little bit more storefront, main street type affair. It's kind of a cross between a antique shop and various goods shop. I mean, it's not a emporium of magical items, and it's not a a grocery store, but he has large stacks of specialty feed, particular portions of marble from famous places, that sort of thing. And he tends to service the various noblemen of Neverwinter in their needs or their wants. And then, of course, there's also his brothers and he have various mining operations or have mining experience. So there's that. But today you find yourself outside his office, and you're waiting in the hallway where his desk is. In the small room where his desk is. And, Canto, you enter and you see a tiefling who you've never seen before. Whose skin color I don't know, and...
Crimson?
Crimson, blue, black. I think they can be green. I don't know on that.
I believe Lex expressed a crimson color. Red is your choice? Alright.
Okay. So you see a red tiefling. And you've never seen her before. Except maybe in passing around the warehouse. But you certainly never met her.
Alright.
And she is standing also waiting for Gundren to finish up what he's doing. And Gundren is talking to another dwarf. And this dwarf you've never seen before, not even in passing. He's possibly newer to Neverwinter. You know that Gundren has many friends, so whether they're passing through and meeting him, or doing small jobs, whatever it happens to be. But he looks like he's not... he looks more like a soldier than a merchant. So you presume that he's probably just new muscle for dock work or protection of caravans, whatever that happens to be. And presume that he's probably finishing signing contracts with Gundren as an employee. After a few minutes of kind of standing there, unless you want to greet the tiefling or talk to the tiefling.
I do. I don't. Let me see if I can find a D20 real quick. While I'm looking, can I use Persuade to make a charming introduction?
Use Persuade? I need to have a character sheet open. Give me a second.
Persuade.
Just so I know how to slate.
Is 6.
You rolled a 6?
No, I mean that's my modifier.
Oh, okay. Do you have a D20, or are you going to open a random number generator? What are we doing here?
I think I got one in my magic card deck. 18, 19, 20. Boom! Alright.
Did you have to check on the sides? Is that what you were doing?
What's that?
Were you checking the sides to make sure it was the right die?
Yeah, it's because it's a magic card. It's a Magic the Gathering counter die. And I was double checking to make sure. The 20 is actually like this cool moon symbol. That's fun. Alright, so I'll roll for my persuasion if that's alright with you.
It is.
Or performance. I mean, either one. It'd be a mix of the two.
Well, it depends on what you do. If you're going to perform, you damn well better perform.
Alright, I'll just kind of do a flourish and tip my hat and introduce myself as Canto Calidus, and a slight hand kiss.
Is that your Professor? Is that your stage name or your real name?
Both.
Okay.
All right. 14. So 20.
All right. Lex, you want to go ahead and give me a see-through bullshit check?
All right. Do I just roll? What do I roll for that?
This is going to be wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. What's a wisdom check?
I think.
So wisdom saving throw. So I just roll a what?
Well-
A dice 20? Well, I don't. You have to be more specific than just a check.
A check is always a d20, no matter what.
All right. Oh boy. Well, I rolled a 9, so that can't be too.
Yeah. Charm the shit out of you.
What is your wisdom?
My wisdom is 1.
Okay, it's a 10.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean you passed or failed. A 10 is a pass of most things. Don't forget, this is 5th edition.
Yeah. However,
Not 4th, where like you have to have a 35 to do anything. Like for instance, the highest AC in the game is 26,
oh man, I changed that
and
quite
that's
a
a
bit.
god.
Jeez.
It's literally a god.
I thought you said barbarians could get like 28.
Barbarians can get 22 at level 1 without armor, but
Impressive.
I don't think that gets better. I guess it can go up to 26 probably.
Sweet.
No, it can go up to 20. It can go up to 24. Anyway, the point being, but you have to roll 2 stats in 20s to get that. 'Cause it's 10 plus 5 plus 5.
So how do contests of skills work in?
So wait, sorry, what?
So isn't there would that be a contest of skills, or is this like a whole different thing?
Yeah, I think it will be with maybe a slight disadvantage since you're not really trying like anything, and Kallista's not just your random NPC on the street who's like, ooh, you don't say. Yeah, she's been around some people.
Been on the block.
We'll presume she's attractive and is used to people hitting on her or whatever. But Kallista, you think, all right, this is a nice guy. He seems very genuine, happy fellow. Because you know of Gundren and you know of his friends, for the most part, you know that they're pretty trustworthy and nice people. So you're not charmed or anything, but you probably don't have a real reason to have a negative view of him starting out.
Sweet.
All right.
You are still free to tell him to fuck off, but you really don't have a negative.
No, Kallista will just chuckle and with a small smile nod her head and says,
This is so
hi.
creepy.
Alright.
I forgot his name.
I've had worse.
Hi, Miss.
I've had worse.
Yeah.
Sweet. Alright. Introduction. It's a good start.
Now that introductions are apparently out of the way.
Sweet.
Did you want to do more, or are you just moving
Oh,
on?
I think it's just kind of like an introduction. Say hi, ask her who she is.
I thought maybe just the only reason why I'm kind of leaving it open here is if you wanted to kind of like just make up some random shit like on the spot about your character. There's also going to be a chance to do this during a walk through some woods
Yeah, I'm
in
still
the next adventure.
still kind of really ironing out what this guy's all about. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not anywhere near ready to go
Okay.
into details about the character.
I just figured if you Canto's just like, oh, I come from this land and blah blah blah, and I once saw my father naked and it really changed my life. And now, like,
oh,
we're going to have that plus or minus. So now he'll get disadvantage anytime there are naked men
gosh.
around. So, like, if you ever, like, fight in, like, a Kalamshite bathhouse, we'll have trouble.
Oh, thank you.
Really, really fast. Are you recording this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making... Because that was some pretty fucking A material right there. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Now,
Oh, that's another thing. If you're recording, which is absolutely fine, of course, but it would be nice if you would tell so at the beginning,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we know we're being recorded.
I think we're automatically always being recorded. I think his Skype automatically records.
Look, I'm not counting the FBI here or something.
Oh, right, yeah. No, yeah, dude.
You don't need to... Yeah.
Anytime
They have no jurisdiction on you.
anytime we're actually, in game or we're gonna game or We're going to discuss the game. I'm just going to throw a quick recording up, and then I'll go through it all later and clean it up, and you guys can take a listen and see what you think.
All right.
You don't want to take out too. Like, this discussion could probably actually stay in because it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But if we get bogged down for like, I have to look up something for like literally like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, then I'll cut it
That may
out.
skip around. Like,
Absolutely.
Anyway, so the two of you meet, and right as you're shaking hands, the dwarf, not Gundren, whose name I'm hopefully getting right. I literally looked it up right before I started.
I think we can go with his name being not Gundren.
Well, he's the same dwarf. I just don't want to accidentally like call him the wrong thing because he's the same dwarf from the camp. Oh fuck! I'm looking at the wrong book. From the adventure we're gonna run in 3 weeks.
Spoiler.
Well, that's the entire point of this. Gundren. Yeah. Okay. Then not Gungan.
Oh.
He's gonna hire you.
No, dude.
But
Gundren
is stands and shakes the other dwarf's hand, and the other dwarf begins to leave. And as he's walking towards you, you see a particular description of him, which I don't have yet. So we'll see how that goes. And Gundren says, "Be safe, Thorlin."
Gosh, even he can't get his name right. Well, we're supposed to remember.
That was me. Because Thorin, I think, is actually like a dwarf from shit.
Yeah,
like,
from The Hobbit.
Or The Hobbit, yeah.
It's from The Hobbit,
Well, I know it's definitely, yes, Hobbit, but I don't know if it's also
I think I accidentally named my dwarf in Runes freaking the dwarf from Hobbit. Like, totally subconsciously.
I think that's true. I believe we discussed that when you made the character.
Totally on accident. It's like, son of a bitch.
But, and so the other dwarf, waves his hand and walks out, passes by you, and Gundren says, "Oh, good, you're here," and he welcomes you in.
Oh, thank you.
And, he's very friendly, very, amicable.
It's just really friendly or like creepy friendly?
No, just like Santa Claus jolly dwarf.
Whoa.
But like rosy cheeks.
So he's been drinking. Well,
No.
Of course he's a dwarf.
Well,
so.
yeah. But he welcomes you in, and he asks you how you've been. You haven't seen Gundren in probably about a week, maybe 2. Since the last time he, asked for a little bit of help organizing part of the warehouse. And you sit down in the chairs across from him. And he says, I'm glad you two have met. I actually have a job I think you'll both be interested in.
Oh.
And
What job?
it's in a little town down to the south.
Alright. What's the details?
My brothers and I have acquired some property, and I think we are going to set out on a trek down there. And I would like someone to follow up behind with some provisions. And that wagon needs to be guarded because there are known bandits in the area, and we just don't want to take any chances on this venture.
Bandits,
and I thought with your skills that go beyond just working the warehouse, you could probably help us out a little bit. I don't expect too much trouble, but you never know, and a few extra friends would definitely make me feel better about the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'll give you more information on that when we leave in 3 weeks. I wanted to call you tonight just to set up the contract for that and blah, blah, blah. And he begins to, talk to you about a few other things and minor jobs you might have in the meantime. And, after a little while... What?
Kallista asks if she can get paid up front because work has been slow and she'd like to bum a few coins for dinner tonight.
He says, before you leave, I'll see what we have as an advance. And I will look into whatever your character is supposed to start with, which I think is like 10 gold or something like that. And you can literally just be destitute until he lends you 10 gold. So this meeting was him just kind of informing you that he's going to need help in the adventure that we will play on February 13th. But after about an hour, he seems to be winding down and tosses a couple gold coins across the table to you.
Yoink.
And it took to both of you. Maybe a couple coins here, a couple coins there, whatever. And it's enough to get food and a room at an inn if you'd like to. And he says, "All right, well, I need to take care of some more business if you don't mind seeing yourself out." And he goes back to his ledgers, and the two of you can get up to go.
You need help with those ledgers?
No, I think I've got this. I did most of the work already before Thorlin came in. You'll meet him again. He's also coming on the trip with us. But I just need to mark a few items. I don't think it's anything an extra person needs to get involved in. Not that much work.
Oh.
So you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon.
Yay, dinner. All right.
So, as you leave his office, you know that down the hall to your right is the path into the warehouse, and then the warehouse and this hallway also branch off into the showroom where he has some of his, where he would meet with clients and whatnot. And then the other way is back out into the alley behind the store where you're kind of the fastest way back to where you're trying to go. You don't have to navigate High Street or anything like that. You can just go right back to your small apartment block.
So, small apartment block that she's at, or we both have, or what?
Probably both of you are in similar areas.
Oh, well, that's handy. Surprise. You want someone to walk you home, milady?
Don't get any funny ideas.
You have a really deep voice for a pretty lady.
It's all this sulfur and brimstone.
Exactly.
Okay. As you walk out the door, it clicks behind you. Clicks locked behind you. Night has settled.
I forgot my coat.
Just shake the door a little bit. It doesn't budge.
Aww.
And you know that most likely Gundren is in for the night doing warehouse work, and then he has an apartment above the warehouse where he lives.
Wow, living good life.
So he sleeps on some stones. It's nice, but it's a nice pile. Good slab for a pillow. But he as you begin walking down the alleyway towards the main street, and the moon is pretty full, so you have pretty good vision. Both of you have dark vision anyway, so even in the darker areas you can still see shades of gray. Yeah. But ahead of you is another man and a woman walking. They appear to be two humans. He's dressed kind of like your average dock worker, and she's dressed kind of like your average dock worker's wife or girlfriend. Simple dress. And they're kind of just chatting a little bit, not really, like... They're probably just a couple on their way home, you presume. And they're probably...
That's completely harmless to me.
Probably about 100 feet ahead of you.
Alright.
And I would like you both to make perception checks.
Let's see, that is...
D20 plus wisdom. And if you're trained in perception, you get a +2.
Oh, yeah. So, +3 for me.
Nice.
19.
Are you going to follow that up with a how does 19 work for you?
No, this is... We don't want to get sued by Will Wheaton.
I rolled a 10.
Will Wheaton doesn't sue people. He just hostily takes you over.
Oh, jeez. That sounds even more frightening.
With his beard.
No.
I don't think he was in the okay, so with your 19 perception, you
Lexius walks off the edge of the dock into the water. Is there a dock?
you guys are not you're not in the docks.
Oh, okay, that's good. It's dangerous over there.
You're you're not too far away because you're in a warehouse area near one of the high streets. It's not the high street, but a high street.
Okay.
But this just looks like your average, not necessarily dock worker, just your average citizen. You don't want to racially profile. Oh, all humans are dock workers, but
are we?
I don't have to yell at my back. It's exciting. You do see a little bit of movement out of the corner of your eye, but when you go, you realize you think at least, it was just Kallista flicking her hair, because just caught the light in such a way. Very weird, but you've never been, ever since you're mugging, you've been a little bit wary of movement in the shadows, but this time it seems like maybe it was just, and you base it just on the fact that you don't see anything. Like when you look, there's nothing on the roof. There's no suspicious figures on the roof. There's no one lurking behind a box. There's no box following you along the ground, etc., etc.
Everything's perfectly
that cactus is in fact actually a cactus.
Wait, why is there a cactus?
Seeing her companion nervous, Kallista starts throwing eldritch blasts all over the place.
Well, this was a fun adventure, guys. Lex, did you decide what you want your other spell to be? Are you going to stick with Hellish Rebuke for now, or?
No, I think I'll switch it for Arms of Hadar.
Nice. Okay. And I'm, if you start to play and you're like, I really don't like these spells, which I don't think will happen because they're all pretty good. We can switch them out after the first game or two. Like, if you don't get a chance to use a spell for a while and you're like, I think I would use it if it were this spell instead, we can trade it out. I'm not too worried about that kind of thing. Until it gets abused. But then. Alright, so as you're walking along, the couple is kind of nearing the end of the alley and you're a little ways behind them. You pause for a minute to kind of look around. You drew your loot, but nothing was coming. So you don't
mess with me when I have my loot out, man.
You put it back in your little shoulder holster.
That's right.
And you noticed ahead that the man seems to have kind of slowed a little bit, and then he kind of his right arm kind of jerks suddenly.
Oh, that's not good.
And he stops, and the woman kind of pauses and turns back to him and cocks her head quizzically, and you hear her say something. You presume it's "Oh, what's the matter?" Or something like that. And very, very suddenly, the man's right arm twitches again and just uppercuts into the woman's face.
Oh! not cool, bro.
Well, where are the cops when you need them?
Alright.
And as she staggers backwards, he barrels into her and takes her down to the ground. And give me a perception check, both of you, again.
Oh, well, I got that one out of the way. Bird!
Excellent.
There's a bird!
Was it an actual one?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but mine was also a 1.
Yes! Okay. 'Cause I have something for this.
Oh, gosh. It's like Archer.
For this. I can also sing the song, but you had a 1 in 20 chance to be a loser. No. But the actual thing is, Kallista spins to say, "What? Did you see that?" And as she does, her hair flips in front of her face and pokes Canto directly in the eyeball.
Oh, shit.
And as you recoil from it, you knock into her, headbutting her slightly away, and you both just reel from this.
Ladies and gentlemen, our heroes.
You yourself, like a moment later, you just see the man down the alley. He's straddled on top of the woman and is just bringing his fist down on top of her. Only this time, you can tell that he has a dagger in his hand, and he has definitely stabbed her several times.
Okay.
She has stopped screaming already.
Oh, that's not
And
good.
he's just continuing to stab her, continuing to stab her.
The first sign of trouble, I headbutt my friend. Panicky bard.
If only you rolled 1, she was still going to just flip her hair into your face while she noticed whatever. But all of a sudden the man reels back, like his back arches, and it looks for a moment almost like he was electrocuted, but not really. I mean, you just see it. And the man kind of slumps to the side off of the woman.
Alright. Well, we did it.
Shall we just keep walking? Like, I'm not
Nothing
sure I want to
happened.
get involved in this since already happened.
Yeah,
We can call someone once we get home.
the bard, obviously,
Magic?
obviously a little more
Oh.
curious than the, demon compatriot. And kind of rubbing the top of his head where he headbutted his friend. Or I guess we're not friends yet. But,
Certainly not after that, no.
yeah.
Oh, you think you are, but
Yeah, in Canto's eyes, we're still good buddies. But, he's,
besties.
wait. Well, I have a flaw called Sucker for a Pretty Face. Was the girl pretty?
You never saw her face.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go check it out.
And now she doesn't have one.
Oh, jeez.
Dark.
So dark. I had that stuck in my head, so I had to watch that the other day, simply for that one scene.
Rubbing the top of my head, I kind of meander over, like, what the frick? Like, do I have any weapons on me right now?
You should have everything that you have.
Alright, I'll kind of pull out my rapier and kind of approach the wounded woman and check on her and see if she's okay, which, no, probably not.
She is clearly brutally murdered.
Oh, yep.
No roll needed.
Okay.
You can attempt to perform CPR, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to cause blood to, like, pump out of holes. So,
I think she's dead. Something tells me she's dead.
She okay? You need help?
I think she's fine. Well, once I check on her, I guess I'll wave for. What's your character's name, Lex?
Kallista.
Kallista. I'll wave. I forgot her name. That's a true bard. Forgot the woman's name already. I'll kind of wait for her to be ready. Like, I'm gonna poke this guy with my.
Are you guys next to each other?
Probably not.
He's checking on what used to be the woman, and I'm staying a bit back.
Okay.
It's my only pair of boots after all. Don't want to get this.
like 10 feet back, you're probably still within.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Canto, go ahead and make me a wisdom check.
All right, that's not my strong suit. 15.
Not my stat. Good enough.
All right.
You feel a slight tug on your mind, just something itch at the back of your brain, but then it's gone.
All right. That's weird.
But there's almost like this kind of hollow, pressure feeling, like almost like a vacuum suction against skin, that you can very clearly trace a direction for. So now make me a wisdom check, or a perception check.
Okay, that one's good. That's a 24.
Jesus. All right, wait. How did you roll a 21? Oh, you have plus. How much do you have?
Plus 6.
To perception.
Oh, perception?
To perception?
Oh, 21. My bad.
What did you think? What did you think I said?
Something like persuasion. I don't know why. That makes no sense.
So a 21?
Yeah, 21. So pretty good.
A 21?
Yeah.
Oh, and a failed stealth check. Excellent. You see what appears to be a man or mannish thing, like just a humanoid shape, standing on a roof, very unstealthy, but possibly cartoonishly trying to be stealthy, pointing a wand at you.
Okay.
Then, even though in the at the distance and darkness you can't really make out features, you can tell that his face is doing one of those. Ooh, you can't see my face because we're not at the table together. But kind of like whoopsies.
How far away is he?
And he's probably about in a building 60 feet away from you, across the street. So after the alley and across the street, and then up on the roof, probably about 3 or 4 stories up. So, and he spins on his heel and takes off running across the rooftops.
Can my buddy see him?
Kallista?
Yeah. Can I point him out and be like...
yeah.
Because I don't think I got anything with the range for that.
It's going to be a perception check, and because he's pointing to where you're looking, you can take advantage on it.
And what's advantage?
Yeah. 2d20, take the highest.
Oh, nice.
All right.
It's a reroll, but you take the highest.
Very nice.
That's 18 then.
Okay. You easily see the figure, and the only thing that you can make out about him is that he's wearing a cloak, and as he runs, his hood gets pushed back a little bit, and you can see that he does have longer hair, and it's kind of going behind.
Eldritch Blast behind him.
He has the build of a man more so than a woman. All right. Well, let's see if you can do that. Go ahead and roll just a quick initiative just to see if you're fast enough.
I rolled my initiative as well. Oh, my initiative was a whole 5.
That's 1d20 plus my initiative?
Yep.
Yes. The only thing that's not going to be a d20 is damage.
All right.
I think literally for you guys, literally the only thing.
I rolled another one.
Okay. So you grab for your arcane focus, which is what your we decided it was a rod of some sort. And you can decide what it looks like. Okay. You decide what it looks like. You reach for it and you kind of bobble it in your hand while trying to before you accidentally blast a barrel with an Eldritch Blast.
Awesome.
Go ahead and
I kind of give her a quirked eyebrow, like, what was that?
part of the barrel explodes, and it just starts to go bloop, 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 as water begins to leak out. It seems to be a rain barrel.
Just
the water.
Yeah. Let's never talk about this again.
Okay.
Let's just ignore it and this entire night.
Lex, you remember those cards I was telling you about? Yeah. One of them allows you to erase a single event in your life as if it never happened.
That would be this night, yes.
Yes.
So I guess I'll just kind of take chase and see if I can track him along the rooftops.
All right. So that is going to be...
And I'm going to switch to my crossbow, by the way. I don't know if that matters.
It's nice to know you have it out. You leave the man and his murdered wife in the alley as you give chase.
Oh, I forgot about that.
There's another alley next to the building on the other side of the street, so you just take off down there. But soon, once you get into the alleys, all you know is the direction that he started running, and that was away from the warehouses and docks towards the rest of Neverwinter.
Okay. So should I just pick a direction, or should I try to roll see where I can guess where he's going?
You could try, but it would be really hard to be correct.
Alright, so maybe I shouldn't run too far off.
I don't know what the tracking skill follows in this version. I'm presuming it's just kind of perception. Oh well.
Where was I? So I have no idea where this guy's at. I'm basically shooting in the dark. Actually, let's literally shoot. Let's literally shoot in the dark. I'm gonna point my crossbow in the air and fire in an arc. General direction I saw him go. And I'm rolling for it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a whole. Let's see. What's my dexterity bonus? The whole 7.
If that had been a 20, I really don't know what would have happened, but
that's what I was hoping for. Let's go for it. Alright, so I kind of shrug my shoulder and say, I gave him my best shot. Get it? Shot. And then
your bolt lodges into a gutter in the rooftop above you. Lost to you forever.
Oh. Yeah, I'll head back to shit. Lex's character.
Really? Really?
Kallista.
Kallista. Like Flockhart.
You
do this.
You're a real charmer, you know that?
Hey, your character has no idea I forgot your name, so we're still on good terms.
Yeah, Lex. Don't meta this.
Besides the head.
So, as you kind of start to turn back, you both hear a scream from where you came from. And you have the feeling that someone has discovered the body.
Oh.
But I was still there. I didn't give chase.
Oh, at all?
Yeah, Lex. Oh. I didn't expect Lex to ever follow me into danger ever.
You're chasing the guy. I don't know if there was danger.
I mean, the guy was still alive, right? As far as we knew. So I was like,
did you ever check him?
No.
Then yes, as far as you know, he might still be alive. So in that time, Canto hears a scream. What Canto doesn't know is that as Kallista's just kind of standing there, eyes looking at the trying to turn the barrel around so that no one can see the hole. A pair of finely dressed women have gone past the alley on the high street and have stopped, mouths agape and ghastly, horrific faces, looking at the blood-soaked ground and the two bodies, and a very guilty-looking Kallista turning a barrel.
Oh,
This
God.
is probably not what it looks like. No, wait, we can do this better, I'm sure. We have skills for this.
Do we?
You do have a high charisma, weirdly enough.
I'm going to use my deception and try to convince them that these two are not dead.
Just for the record, you don't have to use deception if you tell the truth.
No, I'm going to try and convince them that these are not dead bodies they're looking at.
Oh, and then... Okay, we'll start with that one. See if Lex can do
There's
this.
a lot of blood and butchered flesh.
Hold on,
I'm just saying.
No, I got this. So go ahead and roll for it, Lex.
All right, so that's a deception roll. That's a dice 20 plus my deception.
Which should be, like 5? 6?
6, yes.
Yeah.
So that is 1723.
What do you say to the women?
Okay.
This is an
not-
improv group. And
I knew you were going to do that. That's why I asked.
What'd you
That's why
ask?
I asked. Yes.
I
I'm
missed
saying that I'm telling them that these two on the ground are part of an improv group, and we're just practicing here. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I will hear that. And then,
The one woman goes, "Oh my," and fans herself with her little fan. She goes, "This certainly is a ghastly piece of art." And then the other woman, "Oh, Mildred, don't be such a prude. This is what all the people are into nowadays. This is what sells. This is what is popular." And she says, "Maybe we can find a place where these are performing later." And she digs in her purse and takes out a copper coin and throws it on the ground near the man and claps a little bit. Very good show.
Wait for it. Then I bust into the scene with my lute,
Okay.
or my flute, and start playing a mournful tune to go with the dead bodies to set the scene. So, performance.
Roll performance.
That is a 18.
A 1. You trip and fall on your flute.
Oh, gosh.
You play a nice song and the women go, "Oh, well, the music certainly helps. You should start with the music. If you're going to scare someone to death, and what if children saw this?" And as the coin, circles in the ground, you hear a low groan from the man on the ground, and the two women, pick up the hems of their skirt and continue on arm in arm. But unfortunately for you, the screams did call a constable.
Oh.
First of all, I grabbed the coin.
And suddenly the area is lit up with the light of a bullseye lantern, and which basically is just a flashlight.
And now I can just stealth away and leave
lantern.
Lex there, right?
Do you have smoke bombs? Because Lex actually does have smoke bombs. I wish I hadn't said that.
Oh, Lex! Stealth bombs. Get out of here.
You're gonna want to at some point in time look into the description of thaumaturgy and find out everything it can do. It's like a darker, spookier version of prestidigitation.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
It may not make smoke. Maybe prestidigitation does that, but you can do like ground shrubs and like things like that.
Yeah, but I'm looking if it's actually taking. I was looking at it to see if I could use it now, but need to know if it's like takes. Oh no, wait, it's a cantrip, so I can do it whenever I want, right? And it won't take
Yes,
up anything.
It doesn't take a spell slot, but it still takes whatever action it says it is.
All right. And it says casting time 1 action, range 30 feet. Well, it says I can create only one of the following. Let's see.
You can have up to 3 at a time, but you have to take the time to cast them.
Right. Well, I'll just dim his light, I guess. Yeah, and then make a run for it.
I'm gonna run?
I'm a tiefling next to a corpse. What do you think I should do?
Yeah, but there's also a unconscious man next to a corpse.
You really should take out this constable, Canto. That really is. Just shoot him in the back or something.
Take him out. What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, I presume that Canto has kind of moved over back towards the bodies, so the constable has both of you in the light and the bodies, and he's going to yell out, "What's going on here? I heard a scream!" And he'll see the body on the ground, the dead one, and he'll draw a billy club.
Can I call out, and if I need to do persuasion, I will, but be like, "We have a hurt man here. We need medical attention."
I don't know what that would be. I think that's going to be deception, actually.
Oh, shit. What?
Because it requires aspect of you, because you're not trying to persuade him to your way. You're kind of trying to lie to him.
Well, I'm telling him that there's a guy laying on the ground here that is he like spasmed and fell over, and I don't know what's wrong with him. He needs medical help.
To be fair, he isn't lying.
Yeah, I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth.
But,
may not have been what they asked, but screwed around the
What happens when the truth is the part that needs to be lied? You can go ahead and roll persuasion.
Excellent. 19 plus 6.
I was going to say, but you might have disadvantage on this.
So I mean I need to roll again?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a little worse. 12 total.
Okay. He doesn't immediately flip shit, but he goes, "What's wrong with him? What did you do?"
What did I do?
Okay. My tiefling instincts take over.
I
I
shot the barrel, I swear to God, and then runs away.
Where's the barrel?
I didn't do anything.
It was the man on the roof. It was him.
Don't forget, the man does have a dagger next to his body, covered in the woman's blood.
Oh, jeez.
And he is kind of still quasi straddling her.
Yeah, see, this dude, he stabbed her and then he passed out. Can I play you a song? Would that make it better?
Is your character saying that, or are you asking if that will improve your chances?
Both.
Please believe us.
I'm so sorry. I've never done anything wrong before. I don't know how to act in this situation.
Canto's just crying.
Maybe I should just intimidate the policeman.
Close to just filing her nails. Leaning up against the barrel, hoping no one looks at it.
Yeah, because that's my biggest concern now.
As it continues to pour water out. I presume that it is. I don't know. The policeman kind of takes a step forward and tilts his lantern so that it's across the man's body, and the man starts to move and kind of woozily begins to push himself up. But he looks really confused, very dizzy, and very unsteady.
Step out of the way so that the constable can go check it out for himself. It's all yours, man.
So as the man, the wounded man, or the woozy man, begins to get up, his vision clears enough, and he looks down, and he sees what he does, and he gasps, and then his shoulders slump, and he just very confusedly starts to sob, and he starts saying, "I don't understand. I don't understand."
Oh, don't cry.
Canto's like, "I'm sorry. I can't make it stop."
Why am I crying?
I don't know, because we said you were crying earlier. And
yeah.
Great. Crying man all over the place.
I don't know what
Canto is cradling the man in his arms. It's okay.
It's okay, buddy. Find the bad man. We'll find him.
Suddenly, you're blinded slightly as the policeman's bullseye lantern comes into your face.
No, stop doing that. Why do you keep doing that?
Why?
I guess just give him the whole rundown. Be like, we were walking back from our employer's place, and he can vouch for us over here, Mr. Dwarf Dude. And we were just walking along, and suddenly this dude jumped on this chick, stabbed him. We saw some guy on the rooftop pointing a stick at me, and he ran off. End of story.
Did this man on the roof go?
and then just start walking away like everything is taken care of. Like that's all that needed to be said.
I just like to make sure that we're all clear that I didn't do anything.
And the barrel just collapses. Spilling water everywhere.
Oh.
Including that. I didn't do that either.
Kallista repeats anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the policeman puts down his bullseye lantern, grabs the man by the collar of the shirt, and shoves him to the ground, and then blows a little whistle. And soon you hear others shouting and footsteps, and you kind of just walk away-ish.
Yep.
As more guards begin to show up.
I've been walking away for a while.
Walking away rather fast.
I did my civic duty. We're good. I don't want to be caught with a freaking tiefling in a murder investigation as an accomplice. That's never a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quick on the trigger, Tiefling.
Yeah, no kidding.
You wouldn't be complaining if I had hit that guy.
Probably not, no.
I did kind of forget that your range was 120 feet.
I didn't.
I know you didn't. You were waiting very much for me to describe that. Okay, so you guys may or may not need a stiff drink after that, but
Well, I'm not going to turn it down.
I'm certainly not paying.
Oh.
Well, maybe for myself. I mean, I did earn that coin.
You literally took the
picked
coins off that.
I didn't rob the guy. I just felt that my improv group. Yeah. I mean, it's my improv group. I made it up, so it's mine. So the money is mine.
So as we're walking back to the bar to get a drink and talk about what the hell just happened, Canto brings up, it's like, that could actually be a good act. We should do this. We should stage attacks and murders in the middle of the street, like a flash mob, and then make a whole production of it. Music comes out, it's dramatic lighting. Try not to get arrested by the police.
That sounds like a great idea. Let me know how that turns out.
Well, all right. Fine, I guess you don't want to be
just
part
what
of
you need is a warlock to be in charge of your lights and smoke and effects and whatnot.
Just demons pouring out of the corners of everywhere.
As a tiefling, I don't think that's such a great idea to, stage fake murders. Let's not do that.
Well, I'm all sad. Really hoping that'd be a thing that we do together, but all right, I suppose.
Well, now that I've crushed his spirits, let's move on.
Let's take a nap.
So you guys go towards kind of the district where you live, and you come to a tavern that you're both kind of familiar with. Canto, maybe you tried to get some stage time here.
Oh, tried. They don't know what they're missing.
Kallista knows that they have fairly decent wine. And you guys decide to go ahead and stop in. And it's called The Thirsty Halfling.
Oh, yes. Can't go wrong.
I buy a nice stiff drink with that coin I earned.
Okay. Are you guys going to sit at the bar or at the table?
Well, I don't know what he's going to do. It's my coin, it's my drink.
Well,
I'm sitting at the bar.
It depends. Is there another bard playing at the time? Or is it pretty empty?
There is some light music.
Is it live? It's live music then, I'm guessing, not like magically recorded or something weird.
No, it's live.
I would like to have pull out my lute or my flute and outplay the person.
Okay. Let me see here. It is a
performance.
It is a human male. He looks a little bit older, and he is kind of strumming at a harp.
All right.
If that influences what you want to use.
Well, I think I've got a flute and a lute, so I will pull out the lute, and I'll go to town on that thing. I'll play.
Okay, so
an old favorite melody of like a Neverwinter tune of some sort.
Okay, so you're proficient in your instrument, and you're proficient in performance. I do not think those add together to make it +4. I think it's still just +2.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Because you're performing with the thing. Like if you were performing with an instrument that you weren't proficient with, I think you would lose your proficiency bonus for performance.
Okay. I will.
Is thinking on that? I haven't looked into that too much, but we can check on that later. It's probably not going to matter too much here. No. But go ahead and roll a. Give me a. Not yet. Give me a history check.
Oh.
Intelligence based.
That's a 15.
Okay. So you know just the song.
Okay. Perfect. I will do my performance then.
All right. Roll your performance.
Take a step on the table, like in clear view of the guy, and just ring. Nice little strum. That is a 20 total.
Natural?
No, total.
Because I had something for that. No, you set into a deep riff of Neverwinter Nights, Waterdeep Ways, and after a moment or so, the other man stops playing as attention turns to you, and you dickishly take over this particular thing. The man looks fairly peeved, but
How about I motion him to join in, so he can jump in on my song if he'd like to, but
Yeah, because you're generous that way.
He puts his harp down and
grab sacks.
go towards a corner.
Goes towards the what?
Spotlight, will you?
A corner. He's not joining.
He's sulking.
Oh man, this guy's
hard. You can his songs.
Yeah, I probably should have done that. Now I'm already establishing my reputation as the dick. I am a complete asshole.
Yeah, you kind of are. And that's coming from the Tiefling Warlock.
Chaotic asshole. Which is also a disease that you can get from eating orc food, so be careful.
Okay. Okay. Alright. So, I feel bad. So I'll just play while my buddy here has a drink, and we just kind of think over what happened tonight. I guess there's not much really to do besides be like, well, that was weird. Yeah, maybe collect some tips, put my hat out. In case someone wants to throw some cash in there.
You definitely get enough to get yourself a couple drinks as the night wears on.
I'll try to steal his hat with the money.
I'm right there. I'm literally right on top of it.
Make a sleight of hand.
Alrighty.
And I will make a perception check, I hope. I'm going to catch you in the act.
Let's see.
Yep.
Let's do this 11.
And I got a 20.
Oh, you?
Can I also swoop down and take a drink out of his drink at the same time?
Sure, why not?
I think at this point my drink is empty, though. I mean, I only bought one. I've been playing
That's why you take points. That's what you need to.
All right. Well, gotcha, you little jerk.
I'd say I'm sorry, but
we both know that's not true.
Yeah. I'd hate to lie.
Would you? You should have told those people that neither one of those bodies were dead. No, seriously, nothing's the matter. Just move on. It's all good, man.
Well, as I said, our heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
So far, one of them told me to kill a man of the law. I dickously stole the show from another fellow bard. And you tried to steal from me. This is going well.
Yeah, and this is me trying to play neutral.
It's probably good that this isn't the actual, game that we're going to be playing with everyone else.
Well, I guess I'll just head to bed, since I'm not, haven't been able to steal any more drinks. I'll head off for the night.
Okay. So, off the night is in to your own place, I'm guessing?
Well, I'm certainly not sharing my place with you.
But I'm scared. What can happen?
Then you should have remembered my name.
And he's crying. Oh.
Okay, Cassie, I'm sorry. Sasha? Oh, Carol. That's it.
I'll remember this.
Alright, I guess we'll head out in the morning. And are we supposed to be meeting someone tomorrow or something?
No.
Just,
Nope, that was it.
Alright. We did it. Yay.
You're meeting Gundren in a couple weeks for the job that he has lined up once the provisions come in and whatnot.
Oh, right. And that's going to be the actual campaign?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I have faith in this campaign, in this game. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely nothing went wrong. There's definitely not a moment where we both rolled ones, that's for damn sure. No one else in the party can know this.
Says the guy who's recording this.
Yeah. That's my...
Okay, so you go back to your housing or whatever, and the night weighs a little heavily on you both, because it was certainly a weird event. Whether or not Canto really shared the whole mental episode with Kallista, I'm not sure, but the night definitely does weigh on you. And after a little while, you're definitely aware of the fact that while the guy didn't do the actual stabbing, he certainly was responsible for the murder, and he definitely got a good look at you.
Oh. Okay. Oh, you mean the one that shot the wand at us? Yeah, we should probably do something about that.
Oh, wait, you mean the guy who, the wizard guy that ran away? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, the guy that I chased and he didn't help me.
He got a good look at Canto, I assume, not me, because, I was further away and dark in an alley, and I'm safe.
He can't necessarily be certain, but you know that he definitely saw you guys as you saw him.
Well, looks like you've made an enemy, Canto. Let me know how that works out.
Alright, yeah, you go off by yourself and tell me how that works out for you. Yeah. Alright. That's what I thought. All I'm saying is, this guy's probably going to come back and try to
get... Well, if no one else is going to do anything before bed, then, the next morning, you awake.
Oh, shit, I had you guys muted, sorry. I had a witter.
And us muted?
I muted myself, and I was like talking to Lex, and he wasn't answering me, and I was like, "You asshole!" Just.
If you would like to try again, you can.
I was just saying, well, yeah, if you want to run off by yourself and assume this guy doesn't want to kill you from seeing what happened, you can go ahead and do that.
Do what?
Go, just ignore the fact that he probably knows who you were too. I mean,
you're the one who followed him.
Yeah, but you were standing right out in the middle, and you threw some kind of weird hellfire at him.
No, I threw it at the barrel.
No,
that's a difference.
You threw it at him, and you sneezed, and it hit the barrel. It's different.
Well,
don't try to make this better than it was. We both know what happened.
I'm still going to blame you, though.
Oh, gosh. Whatever. Blame me all you want. Anyways, so with that lovely partying, off to bed.